Today is a lovely, beautiful Memorial Day weekend. I just got home from a whole afternoon of reading and, just chilling. I literally just wrote down these words on my notepad because I can't resist jotting them down, and I would not forgive myself if I forget about it later. So here's what I wrote. I wrote, information is cheap, intelligence is attainable and doable, versus attention is scarce. Attention is gold, and attention is what everyone wants to grasp. I wrote this paragraph simply because I was reading this beautiful book written by Sean B. Carroll, A Series of Fortunate Events. So in this book, he summarized how many big events on Earth that happened to us like millions of years ago are not because of intelligence, not because of, cause and effect, but because of chance only. The consequences of the existence of Homo sapiens is because the asteroid was hitting the Earth some time ago, right at the time when dinosaurs go extinct, right? So there's many things happen by completely chance, people getting cancer, maybe by genetic sequencing, but maybe it's just a small chance of life or somebody just being not lucky. So he was asking this to himself as in, so to live a meaningful, happy life, right? What shall we do and how should we spend our time? I found this paragraph like cheerfully beautiful and powerful. I was literally sitting in the cafe reading this paragraph over and over again. I was about to reading this so loud because it was so powerful to me. So here it is, and I want to share with you. So Carol goes, so to live a meaningful life, how should we spend our time? And another girl goes, we're here on the earth to fart around and don't let anyone tell you the difference. Someone goes, maybe so, but all the things might do, the act of creation is the most significant. Creation is both a key to happiness and a gift to the future. And Carol goes, yes, you should absolutely bring something into the world that wasn't in the world before. It doesn't really matter if it's a film, if it's a table, if it's gardening. Everyone should create. You should do something and sit back and say, I did that. We create both things and ideas, and there's a basic misconception about the role of science, that the purpose of science is to create technology. The technology and applications are byproducts. So the most important results of the science have been changed to change our view of ourselves and the meaning of our existence. It always comes back to us, why we're here. What is the purpose of life? Well, we just happen to be here. Human beings, Homo sapiens, the mammals, all are here because we're lucky and we couldn't choose it. We're not special, we're just lucky. And this is a holiday. We didn't exist for 14.5 billion years. If we were lucky, then we got 80 or 90 years we were lucky to exist in this world. And then we never exist again. So we should make the most of it. So these words have really resonated with what I've been reading, what I've been questioning myself, a lot of very philosophical and deep conversations towards myself, like internally. So I actually shared this paragraph after I just jotted it down after I typed in my computer. I sent it to 3 of my friends. One is one of my good friends in New York City. She's constantly moving. The second one is somebody who happens to send me some news and paragraphs of their opinions. So I'm just, sending it back as a way of patronizing or, some sort of sharing is caring. The third person I share is a good friend of mine that currently lives in China. So these 3 people, they all react to my paragraph in a very different, artist way where I found it very interesting. It's not a very happy ending story, but I just want to share it, to sort of events with you. So my best friend, in New York, she completely ignored my message, and she continues to reply back to my other message about her, going to Paris soon and just finish her big moving day. So literally, maybe that's the worst response among all, but she literally just ignored the paragraph. I think she's busy, which I am totally in it and understanding. And the second one is emoji, thumb up emoji, which I think it's fine, right? There's still the next level of, caring is by recognizing what I've sent is by giving a thumb up. Well, the third person literally, I think it's the morning time of his time zone, so he wrote good morning with a sun emoji. So here I found it just super interesting. I don't feel sassy or I feel like bitter at all. I just found it like super funny, how difficult it is to let people hear what you think is so important. I understand that people express their reflections in different ways. Some people by reading, some people by writing, some people generate different kinds of, output by, sharing to the general public or sharing to someone that you deeply care, someone you have a very deep connection with, right? But these three reactions were just not something that I expected, because I was having such a deep connection with the words, with the writer, with Sean B. Carroll, where all of my close friends are barely scratching the surface or even getting the idea that I share. Eventually, do I feel lonely? Do I feel ignored? Do I feel like I'm not being heard? I've none of the above feelings, because I just think it's normal. People have different priorities in their life. People have different time zones in our life. We all live in this world. We all live in a short span of life of 70 to 90 years, if you're lucky. So simply me sitting in the cafe, reading these words and beautiful paragraph of myself and just being there is beautiful enough for me to experience and for me to live in the present. So if you ever doubt what is the purpose of life, if you ever think that you are in the pandemic of loneliness, just think of it this way. Nobody really cares about you as much as you do to yourself. So a lot of self-care, ask yourself, what do you really want to do? What is it that make you feel better? What is it that make you feel content and a fulfilling person? And then just do it, Just remember the words. We did not exist for 14.5 billion years. We only got 80 or 90 years to live on this earth if we're lucky, and then we never exist again. So we should, and we have to, and it's by choice, to make the most of it.